Hey, good morning, world. Thank you for tuning in to Impressive Divinity 888. You already know I am here to bring you that guided motivational message. It's going to get you through the day. All right, so with that being said, y'all, it's been a minute since I've been out here and I gave you guys a motivational reading, but you know what? I'm back today. All right, when we get further down the line, I'll break things down for you, but just know at the end of the day, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Look at that, 3 of Wands that flipped out in the middle. 3 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, as well as the 8 of Cups. So yeah, that's me. I've been working. All right, or that could be you. Working. All right, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into your message and let's see what you may need to know. So I'm going to switch things up a bit. All right, as per usual. But we're going to go ahead and pull you a few of these tarot cards. All right, usually I just pull 2. All right, get some overall energy. But what we're going to do differently is instead of just talking about, oh, I pulled the 8 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles, we're going to actually take a look into the handy dandy guidebook. All right, now each deck of tarot cards comes with a handy dandy guidebook. All right, but this one in particular came with this deck. I love the way the messages are portrayed. All right, so or way they're interpreted. All right, so what we're going to do is pull a few cards, get a few messages out of the handy dandy guidebook. All right, and we're going to jump into your reading. All right, now I'm only doing this because each and every card has its own definition, its own meaning. All right, but at the same time, I think some people need to hear a specific message. All right, and I feel like the guidebook does just that. All right, but without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get right into your message. All right, so let's see what is the overall energy, or what do you need to know? Whoa, you got a few that came out there. You got the Hermit, the Devil, the 10 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Wow, it's a lot of different energy. Your 10 of Cups is in the middle. So I don't know if you're on this side of the spectrum or if you're on this side of the spectrum, but 10 of Cups is the overall goal here, of course, love and happiness, but at the same time, I don't know. Let's dig a little deeper. Let's see what else you may need to know here. All right. There it goes. And you got the 3. Oh my God. How could I get it out? You got the Empress here. I thought it was going to be like the 3 of Pentacles or the 3 of something. All right. So you got the Empress out here with the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So some type of new beginning, maybe an offering. I don't know. Maybe you're the Empress and you're getting this type of new beginning or new creation. I don't know. If we get some else here with this Empress. 6 of Pentacles. All right, so you got the Empress and the 6 of Pentacles with the Page of Wands here on the bottom of the deck. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to, pull out this handy dandy guidebook. All right, and it's called the Awaken Guidebook. But like I said, I really like the way the messages, actually put some lotion on my hands too, y'all. I really like the way the messages are portrayed, or I don't know, just how they wrote the messages for each card. All right. All right, get a little groove going on here, All right, so first card that came out here was the Empress. So we're going to take a look here, and we're going to get your message for the Empress. All right, hold it up for you. You see it? All right, so for the Empress, the quote for the Empress is the mother who nurtures through her connection with nature. All right, so you could be somebody that is connected with nature. You could be a mother, or you could be just a nurturer in some type of form. All right, but the Empress is the ultimate expression of a woman's power, beauty, and sexuality. She fills her life with passion and pleasure, but knows when and how to regulate those impulses. Emotions are at the core of her being. She feels everything deeply, and her emotions connect her to the world around her. Her energy is vibrant and alive, flowing through everything she touches. She is the embodiment of fertility and abundance, giving life to all who surround her. All right, so maybe you are this Empress. Maybe you're somebody who just gives life to other people. You uplift other people. You just have such a bright aura about yourself that it just makes people want to be just as bubbly or as bright as or as creative as you. All right. I don't know, I get the vibes that I'm talking to somebody or about somebody that helps other people just because they want to help them. Not because they feel obligated to help, but because they truly love helping people in one way or another. All right. So to find happiness, you must love yourself. The more you love yourself, the happier you will be. Love and self-love enable you to experience deep connections with others. They also help you to weather life's challenges with grace and resilience. Love is everywhere. All you have to do is open yourself up to it. All right. So all you have to do is open yourself up to love. But at the same time, I just want you to look at this card pretty close. All right. Your creative nature, maybe there's something that you're creating, or maybe you're just a creative person. All right. And maybe I don't know, I don't want to say you've had your creativity, but maybe you're somebody that just kept it to yourself, but this is something that you could either be making some type of money off of only because you got the Six of Pentacles. Maybe this is some type of craft or something that you do, or whatever it is that you're good at. This is something that needs to come out here into the world, that you need to put out here into the world. But at the same time, you have to trust in yourself too. All right. Hope that made sense. I know I jumped around a lot, but at the same time, all right, you have to understand that self-love, that's what I was trying to get at. Self-love is the best love. All right. So if that's what's missing out of your life right now, then maybe that's something that you got to find different ways to get it, or to understand it. Because some people, let's just say, for example, you have some people that jump into relationships because they feel like relationships are going to help them complete that missing part of that self-love, but in actuality, it's them. It's something about them. They have to love themselves before they can expect someone else to love them. You get what I mean? Just an example, all right? But let's go ahead and take a look here at your Six of Pentacles, and we'll see what your message is for that. All right. I don't know. I just really like the way the messages are portrayed in this book. All right. So Six of Pentacles. Striking a balance between giving and receiving is crucial in your life. You may be generous with your time, money, and knowledge, but make sure you're also taking care of yourself. If you find yourself constantly giving without receiving, it's time to take a step back and assess the situation. All right. So maybe you're this Empress and maybe you're always giving to other people. Maybe it's time for you to give back to yourself. Like I said, it could be a mixture of you having that self-love for yourself. It could be self-love, or could even be time, energy. Maybe you're putting so much energy into other people and helping other people in and out of situations that you're not necessarily putting that energy on yourself in certain areas of your life. Could be lacking just because of that. And it's possible. All right. So maybe this is just your wake up call or your reminder for you to make sure you're putting yourself in your day's equation. Make sure you're balancing things out in your own life. You're always giving, but at the same time, let's just look at this picture a little closer. Here you are giving to other people, but when it comes to you balancing things, or when it comes to what you receive, there's nothing here. You get what I mean? So it's like one of them things where, people may always have their hands out. Maybe you're somebody that's a giver, but people always have their hands out. But at the same time, just make sure you're giving to self. Because if your hands are full with always giving to other people, where are you giving yourself space or time to be able to receive? You get what I mean? Even if it's from self. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look here at your Page of Wands. See the Five of Cups. So maybe that's maybe it has a lot to do with, I don't know, your emotional state or something like that. But I just see the Five of Cups peeking out there. All right, but let's go ahead and take a look at the Page of Wands, only because it's on the bottom of the deck. All right, and I feel like it's here for a reason. All right, so your message for the Page of Wands is, all right, you got the Seven of Swords underneath that. So can mean a few different things. All right, but for the Page of Wands, this page is full of enthusiasm and curiosity for the world around him. He's constantly exploring and seeking new adventures. And I don't know how I was holding it up, my bad, y'all. And he's never afraid to take risk. If this is you, embrace your sense of curiosity and allow it to lead you. You may not know where you're going, but you can be sure that your path will lead you somewhere exciting. Who knows? You may stumble upon your true passion. All right, and you might. But if you're not giving yourself the time to even be able to figure out what that is, or to figure out some type of plan of how you can get it done, then it's like, how do you think it's going to happen? Right? I mean, the Seven of Swords, let me see what the message is, because once again, it's out here for a reason. But let's just see your 7. I thought I was able to pull it up a lot quicker than this. It's all right. It's all right. I'm not used to the book. All right, your 7 of Swords. If I found the swords. All right. So your 7, life can be full of lies and deception. So be careful whom you trust. Be cautious and don't let anyone fool you. So on the flip side, sometimes you need to be tricky or sneaky yourself in order to outwit a thief or get back what you feel belongs to you. However, be careful not to get caught in the act, as this may have dire consequences. So I don't know. It could go a few different ways. I'm just thinking that maybe you're embarking on some type of self journey or some type of new journey in life or something like that. But at the same time, you know, you have to understand that everybody you encounter isn't there to help you. You know, some people have ulterior motives. They may see you as somebody that's, you know, creating. They may not even see you as an empress. They may see you as a page of wands, not even knowing that you're an empress. Why? Because you're not out here giving back to yourself. You're not out here flaunting certain things. Or you get what I'm saying? Like, you're not out here doing the most. You know, so maybe somebody doesn't know, or, you know, I don't know. Maybe somebody just doesn't run your mouth. It's something like that. But it's almost like, you know, maybe somebody doesn't look at you as, somebody may not look at you as an empress, and they look at you, or they think that you're a page of wands. So maybe it could be a situation where somebody could be thinking that they're going to get over on you, you know. But at the same time, I don't even know if the reading has to go in a negative manner, only because, like we said, the 7 of Swords could be about lies and deception and being careful who you trust. And maybe that could just be your message, just to be careful who you trust on this new journey. You know, maybe this time for yourself is needed because maybe you've always been a trustworthy person. You've always trusted other people, you know, but maybe it's just, this is just telling you, be careful who you trust, you know, because you're about to do something new and do something different. You know, I don't know. I just feel like every single time we see the 7 of Swords, it doesn't always mean necessarily that somebody's being sneaky. Let's see what's underneath that. Yeah, judgment. So I kind of think that's what it is. You know, maybe it's just you being careful who you trust. All right, let me make sure. Pull up that Judgment card and see that quote. We'll just look up the quote for Judgment. I was going to get to it a lot faster. Once again, the freedom that is a consequence of true inner awakening. Yeah, so I think that's what it is. I just think this is your new journey. And I just think, you know, for you to be careful who you trust, because, you know, making peace with your past and forgiving yourself so that you can move on. All right, so maybe you have a trust problem. Maybe you don't trust people. You know, maybe that's something. I'm not saying for you just walk around and start trusting people, but maybe that's, you know, something that you're walking away from. You know, it's maybe feeling like you can't necessarily trust people or trust somebody in general. I don't know. Trust somebody with your ideas. Trust somebody with your money. I don't know. It could be something like that. All right. But that is the overall energy here. So let's go ahead and actually get you something from this deck. I was going to pull some words, but yeah, let's just see. Let's get you some energy from here. Let's see if there's anything that you need to know in here. Oh. All right, as journalist, chronicler of stories, reporting, interview, inquiry, promotion. With architect. Just so. It could be a few different things. Maybe you're planning something, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you're a spokesperson, maybe you speak in front of people. Maybe you're somebody that, you know, it could be a reporter, or maybe you're just, like I said, I don't know, because there's the Empress right here. So maybe by you giving time to yourself, you're going to be able to begin working or working on something. I don't know, let's get something else here. You got Elder and you got Bard. Wisdom bearer, experience, tradition, kindness, health, keeper of epic tales, ballads, legends. So becoming some type of legend, or maybe getting some type of experience, some type of wisdom, some type of, maybe people come to you. I don't know. Let's get something else, only because both came out. Let's get something else here with journalist. You got creator. All right, you got empress and you got creator here. So you're some type of legend of some sort. Was it elder and legend? So it's like you have wisdom, you have knowledge. And it's like you have to use that wisdom and knowledge. Weaver of imagination, creativity, innovation, invention, realization. Maybe you're coming to that realization that you're actually somebody that should be in front of cameras, be in front of a crowd. I'm just saying, look at the journalist. He's in front of a camera with a microphone. You could be somebody that, you know, something about a camera and a microphone, or just being in front of the people, or telling your side of the story. Elder, again here on the bottom, I didn't even see it. I don't know, you have some type of experience, you have some type of wisdom, you have some type of knowledge on something, or you're creating something. You're realizing something. Maybe you're realizing that you have, I don't know, get something else here. You got knight, keeper of honor, armor, battle, loyalty. You're coming to the realization that somebody's loyal. Or somebody's coming to the realization that somebody's loyal. Singer. Somebody is loyal to their craft. Resonance, moving hearts, harmony, emotion, performance. I said that because you had journalists. I said it was something with the microphone and the camera. And then you got the microphone. Again, I could be talking to a singer, an artist. I could be talking to somebody that performs. Resonance, moving hearts, harmony, emotion, performance. You are a creative performer. You have to be. And you're an empress. Like, you're full of ideas. And you're loyal. Or you say what you mean what you say. I'm going to put these up here. I just wonder what it is that you're battling. I guess it's an emotional battle almost. All right, you got on the bottom of the deck, vendor. You're going to be an entrepreneur. You are an entrepreneur in this. Or this is, I don't know, you're going to create a business off of your creativeness, or I don't know. Look, you see me smiling over here. All right. Get something else here. Diviner. Oh my goodness. Seer of the unseen, foresight, insight, cosmic connection. Maybe this is something you can see, or maybe somebody sees something. I'm going to get one more. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, gang. Brotherhood of shadows. Maybe there's some type of group. Somebody sees you. Somebody's, I don't want to say somebody's watching you, but somebody has some type of insight on something, or I don't know. Let's get one more here. Oh, one too many. Oh, but you got reader, clergy, guide, and repairman. Wow. Seeker of knowledge. So remember, you had gang on the bottom. So somebody knows something. Either somebody's a reader, or somebody just has some type of insight of some sort. And I don't know, maybe somebody's compassionate toward guiding you on a certain path, or guiding you into a direction, or showing you how to fix certain things about yourself. Because remember, it was something with self-love. Repairman, repair, restore, restart, renovate. So I don't know. I'm getting the vibes that maybe this is either you, you're going to see something and you're going to repair certain things about yourself. You're going to repair, restore, restart, renovate. Or by you repairing, restoring, restarting, and renovating, you're going to be guided onto your mission of life, which either could be something to do with knowledge, teaching other people things, or I don't know, gaining more info when it comes to a certain topic, or I don't know, because remember you got the diviner here. I just think if this isn't you, this is somebody else. But I'm really not getting any indications this is anybody else. You're here on the bottom of the deck. Gambler. Yeah, this is, it could be maybe somebody's about to take a risk on you because they see you as a creative person. I don't know. Let's go. Let's get one more. I'm just saying. I don't know. All right, can we get something else here with diviner? Look at that. Coach. I feel like, oh, it's two of them. You had coach and you had dancer. So somebody supports you. I don't know. There's something that you do. Somebody supports something. Somebody is in rhythm with you, or they're, I don't know, somebody is in sync with you. Whoa, I was trying to flip it. You got doctor, which is healer. So maybe somebody's going to help heal something. Hold on, y'all. I got two to fill on my lap over here. You got spiritual seeker, and then you got boss. Boss is in here in reverse. So either maybe you're not a boss right now, but maybe it's something that could happen if you heal certain parts of yourself, or I don't know. Because maybe, I don't know, maybe you're just not necessarily a boss, or maybe you're not a master of wealth yet, you know, or maybe, I don't know, it has to do with you investing. Maybe, I don't know, maybe, because remember, this is the second time we're seeing risk. So you're not taking a risk of some sort. So maybe that's, you got insight out here again. So there's something that you have to dig deep and see. You got to dig deeper and develop a plan. It's something like that. It's something like that. It's like you have to develop some type of plan. That's the second time dancer, what was that, had flipped in reverse. So maybe you're not moving. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what it is. You're sitting here giving so much time to other things and other people that you're not necessarily moving when it comes to what you're good at or what you do, or that self-love that's going to have you in harmony with whatever this is. Because this is somebody that's creative. This is somebody that is divine. This is somebody that is either going to make connections or has connections or will come across some type of connections. All right. I mean, it could be something that has to do with give and receive, but I'm getting the vibes that you're always giving and now it's time for you to receive. But at the same time, you still have to continue to give. Does that make sense? All right, we're going to try it again. Can we get another card here with diviner? What else do we need to know about this? Every time, y'all. All right, you got a hunter, clown, careerist, ninja. So yeah, I'm talking to somebody that's a performer. I'm talking to somebody that's your career. That's what you do. All right, you mastered this. Like, you're somebody that's well seasoned. But it's like, and that's what you're aiming to do. I don't know. It's like, is this your new journey? I guess that's where I'm at, security guard. But there's somebody watching. I said that when I sing gang. So somebody sees that this is what you're meant to do. Look at that. You got research, and somebody then did their research and they see that you're a master at your craft. You're a master at your career, or if this is what you do, you're a master performer or something like that. And you strive to win. You're young. You're a young genius out here. Seeker of clarity, wanderer, lost soul. Why would you get lost soul? Because maybe there's something you're seeking, or maybe somebody's seeking you. Unemployment, solitude, hunger, bankruptcy, wandering. It's the second time we're seeing wandering. So you're a young genius that's wandering, and you're in need of a captain, or you are, I don't know, I think there's some captain. Like I said, I think this is someone that's going to come along in your life and they're going to help you. I mean, but if you flip it the other way around, you'll know how to do it. All right, just because we've seen so many, there's some captain that's going to come. They're going to make some type of decision of some sort, and maybe they're going to take you out of homelessness. They're going to take you out of solitude, or they're going to show you, or maybe there's some type of captain that sees you wandering. They see you as this lost soul in the physical realm. All right, I'm only gonna say physical because you got diviner and you also had spiritual seeker that was out here. All right, but let's just say there's some captain or somebody that's in some brotherhood or some type of gang of some sort. All right, and let's just say this person may see you, you know, they see you down on your luck, or they see that you're unemployed and that, you know, possibly, I don't know, you're just a lost soul because of things that may have happened in your life to this point. But at the same time, even though on the outside you may appear as if, you know, things are going on maybe not in the best light, they still see that your soul is lost, but hold on, how can I say it? So not that they see that your soul is lost, but they do see that maybe you have been through stages where you have felt like that lost soul. Or maybe that's how you feel right now. Maybe you're feeling like you're defeated. Maybe you're feeling like, you know, you're just confused about, I don't know, making a certain decision, or you're confused about this whole interpretation here. Like I said, there's something creative about you, all right? But maybe, I don't know, for some reason you're confused about what it is you're supposed to create or how you're going to create it, or maybe the confusion is because you're lacking the self-love. And by you lacking that self-love, that means you're going to lack in this department. All right. So someone sees that. All right. But someone also sees that, yes, you are an empress. Someone sees that you are a young genius. They see that you have extraordinary gifts. You're very intellectual. You're innovative. And you have an exceptional ability to see things through. All right. You're young, you have potential. All right. And it's either that there's some type of experiment, maybe somebody's going to, I don't want to say experiment on you, but somebody got to the bottom of things. All right. Because maybe on the outside, this is what you know, you came off like you were a homeless lost soul. We'll just say that. But in actuality, they found out that you're actually a young genius. All right. That you're a master at what you do. And here it's creating things. You're a master at that. All right. You turn your dreams into reality, or you try to find ways to turn your dreams into reality. All right. But there's something about maybe you've worn a mask, or maybe, you know, somebody sees that you had to wear a mask because you were being stalked by somebody, or you were being hunted by somebody. I'm just saying, it could be that, or it could be that somebody sees that you wear a mask because that's just your strategy to survive out here. You know, I'm just saying, I don't know. It could be a couple different things, but that's really what I'm getting. All right, we're going to try one more time to see if we get one more for you. All right, we ain't going to keep going through if they keep throwing us 10. I'm just saying, all right? But I don't know. Somebody needs to hear that message, because I honestly think that is what is going on here today. All right, you got spy, diviner, and spy came out here. Seeker, secrets, intelligence agent, covert, espionage, undercover. So maybe there's some type of connection that you have, or something that's there's some type of connection that you have that needs to remain a secret. Maybe it is a secret. I'm getting that maybe it's a secret. I don't think it's necessarily a spy, like it's somebody watching you. I mean, it could be, because you got diviner and spy, but I think maybe, I don't know, you see things that people don't see, and maybe there is some type of there's some type of connection with you and somebody else that just needs to keep quiet, or needs to remain a secret if you want to progress. I'm just saying, I don't know what that is. I don't know what type of connections you have with other people or whatever's going on, but that's what I'm getting here. We're here on the bottom of the deck. Spiritual seeker again. Devotee of the inner path, meditation, insight, practice. I don't know. With that, it could be somebody has their eye on you. But I think it's in a good way. You know, I think it's a connection that you may need that's going to help you grow as a person. You know, I don't think it's a connection that's going to go against you and hurt you. And I really think this is a connection that's going to help you grow. Somebody sees you as an empress that's out here giving to other people, but you're not giving to yourself. And that's why maybe this reading came out for you. Maybe you really need to get creative and use the tools that you have. because there is something special about you, clearly. I mean, spiritual seeker, diviner, singer, creator, empress. I'm just saying, like, you are meant to lead other people. I'm getting leader vibes. Like, you were a leader, but if you're not working on that part of yourself that needs work in order to lead other people, then it's like, how do you expect it to happen? You know what I mean? It's like you want something to happen, but I don't know, you're not doing the work within self. You're doing it for other people. You're helping other people out, but you're not really helping yourself. And that could be why, you know what I mean? I don't know, you're feeling like you're a little stuck. But let's go ahead and get you a message here from your spirit guides. All right, let's close out your reading and see what else you need to know. All right, I don't feel like we need to pull any other cards, only because I feel like that's your message. I mean, we could pull a word or two, but whoa. I'll just get your motivational message, since so many of them came out here today. All right, so you got a few. You got 2 that are in reverse, and we'll see why they're in reverse. All right, make it your mission to accept all parts of you, the good and what you perceive to be your imperfections. Excuse me, don't look for any outside validation. It's already within you. Once you realize your true beauty and potential, you will never doubt yourself again. All right, so don't look for any outside validation. So it has to do with self-love, has to do with confidence. It just has to do with getting out here doing a damn thing. I'm just saying, make it your mission to accept all parts of you, the good and what you perceive to be your imperfections. All right, because what you think is an imperfection, somebody else could love about you. And I think maybe that's the case. Maybe there are things that you're hiding yourself from the world because, I don't know, you think other people would care, notice, something like that. Or you're just, I don't know, that's what's stopping you. But in actuality, maybe those are the things that actually make you really special or really different or really unique. Or maybe other people don't even notice those imperfections. I'm just saying, it could be something like that. All right, so make it your mission to accept all parts of you, the good, the bad, and what you perceive to not be so good. All right. Your next message is, those difficult times will pass. Nothing lasts forever. The sun will shine again, the birds will sing, and the clouds will clear. And you will be glad you kept moving forward. You will soon be rewarded for your patience. So hold on. You are far stronger than you think. All right. And you will eventually be rewarded for your patience. All right. Great things take time. All right. But at the same time, sometimes you have to go through difficult stages in your life in order to realize that great things take time, and for you to not take advantage of those great things when they do come around to you. All right. So hold on, because you're far stronger than you think, and you're almost there. All right. Your next message. Now, like I said, this one came out in reverse. Sit in silence for a moment and listen. The answers you have been seeking are finally coming to you. Truly trust and believe that you are going to make it and be exactly where you need to be. We are on this journey with you. Hang in there. It's not much longer. All right. So maybe you haven't been trusting and believing that you're going to be exactly where you need to be. All right. Or that you're going to go where you want to go, or that things are going to happen the way that you want them to happen. All right. But maybe you haven't been sitting in silence. You haven't been listening. You haven't been paying attention to the answers. Maybe the answers have been here. Maybe you just really have not been paying attention to them. All right. So it's like one of them things. You really have to open your eyes and trust and believe that, everything happens for a reason. All right. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Everything happens for a reason. All right. Your next message, this one was also in reverse. You are so much closer to a powerful breakthrough than you may realize. You have been praying for things to heal, new opportunities to appear, relationships to improve, and these prayers will be answered soon. All right. So the fact that this card came out in reverse, I feel like, yes, you are closer to a powerful breakthrough, but at the same time, I do not think that maybe you have been working when it comes to your spirituality, you're meditating, only because you had spiritual seeker that came out here twice. All right. So maybe you haven't necessarily been giving yourself the time to be on your devoted path. Maybe there is a path for you when it comes to spirituality. I'm just saying, and maybe by you not giving yourself time, then you haven't really dived into that, and if that's not the case, then maybe it's just you giving time to yourself. It's like, how can you expect for things to happen if you're not praying, you're not asking for things to be healed, you're not asking for new opportunities to appear. It could be that too. Whatever you want, you have to speak out, and you have to speak up, and you have to go out here and get it. It's just not going to flow to you. All right. So if that's something that you haven't been doing, maybe, it's a thought to begin to start praying and asking for things to heal, for new opportunities to appear, for people that are no longer for you to be in your circle. You get what I mean? Like maybe it's just time for you to speak up. All right. And last but not least, you have accept where you are at this moment in time. Only then can you begin to move forward. Be clear about your intentions. This makes it easier for us and the universe to help you. Doors will open unexpectedly, so be ready. So that's exactly what it is. Maybe you were not being intentional about certain things. Maybe you were just thinking thoughts, but you weren't saying them out loud. Like, oh, I want to get a promotion at work. Please show me the way. Or I'm just saying. You know what I mean? It could have been a couple different things, but maybe whatever it is that you wanted, maybe you haven't been speaking up, and I think it's like, if you don't speak up, how can the universe, how can God, how can anyone understand and know what you want? How could you even know what you want? So accept where you are at this moment in time. Only then can you begin to move forward. So accepting things that you cannot change and having the courage to change the things that you can. All right. What's the prayer? God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Maybe that's a prayer you should think about reciting. All right. And on the bottom of the deck, we're just going to read it just because it's here for a reason. All right. Your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. Make decisions rationally but sensibly. All right, so things are going to begin moving forward for you. Why? Because you are about to get on your path. You're about to do what you need to do to get things done. All right, it's like you're tired of being tired. You're tired of being stuck. You're tired of having so many ideas and not putting them out here. You're kind of like tired of giving and not receiving. Not like that, because you are a natural giver. But at the same time, it'd also be nice to see the fruits of your labor, right? All right, so yeah, that's what I think it is. All right, so that is your guided motivational message for the day. If you are feeling the vibes, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button to always be notified of those future episodes. And always be sure to tune back in here with me tomorrow to get your daily dose of motivation. All right, in the meantime, in between time, work on you, focus on you. It's time, baby. All right, it's time. You want your life to change, you want things to change, and you really have to take some time out for yourself. All right, sitting here just doing things for everybody else, that ain't working no more. All right, you be sure to have an awesome day, and I'll be sure to motivate you later.